Hi, Assalamualaikum. Today my group, which is ZATTUL IFFAH NAJWA, VEENA, NURNAJWA KHUMAIRAH, and I, AKMAL, HARITH. For today our group will be presenting about labor force in Malaysia. So in September 2021, according to source by Labor Force survey, shows that employed person continue to increase by 86.9 thousand person, recording 50.46 million person and 15.38 million person in August 2021. And then out of total employed person, 77.1% was in the employed category, which further improved by 11.93 million person in September 2021 and 11.90 million person in August 2021. Next, the unemployment rate in September 2021 continued to decline by 0.1 percentage point to 4.5% after registering 4.6% in August 2021. Thus, the number of unemployed persons shrank for the second month by 2.6% to record 729.6 thousand persons in September 2021 and 748.8 thousand persons in August 2021. The number of labor force during the month made up to 16.19 million persons, increased by 0.4%, while the number of outside labor force continued to fall in September 2021 with a reduction of 0.6%, registering 7.41 million person and 7.45 million person in August 2021.
Now I want to talk about concept of Labor Force Survey. Labor Force Survey (LFS) was conducted to collect information from the structure and distribution of labor force, employment, unemployment from the perspective of labor supply. The survey population comprises persons who live in the private living quarters, hence exclude persons residing in institutions such as hotel, hospital, hostel, prison, and workers residing in construction worksite. The LFS are conducted based on the standard on guideline and recommendation of the International Labour Organization (ILO). The working age for the analysis of LFS in Malaysia refers to household members between the age of 15 to 64 years during the reference week, who are either in the labor force or outside the labor force.
Now I'll be giving the definition of labor force. According to the Department of Statistics in Malaysia, labor force is the working age group of individuals between 15 to 64 years old. There are three kinds of labour in labor force: skilled labours, unskilled labours, and semi-skilled labours. There is a difference between labour and labour force. Labour is an element in the process of production, and labour force is all of those who work for the gain of production. Children below 15 and caregivers, unpaid caregivers, are not included as the labour force. This is because they do not contribute to the economy on a national level. Importance: labour force is an extremely important body. This is because without labour force, production process would be stopped and the economy of a country would definitely collapse. Current situation of labour force in Malaysia has improved. This especially when the government reduced the restriction bans due to the increase of vaccine population. As I speak today, 77% of Malaysians are vaccinated. This is a huge contribution to increase employment rate in Malaysia. The total number of daily COVID-19 cases are decreasing, while the fully vaccinated population are increasing. The number of employed persons remained on an increasing trend for the 7th month, and the number of people who are not working continued to decline for the 3rd month. The group of workers who were not able to return to work won't be categorized as unemployed. This is because they still had work to return to. Meanwhile, actively unemployed were seeking for jobs. All in all, the labour force situation in Malaysia has elevated.
Following are the Labour Force recommendation and values. For increasing the workforce, there are 5 recommendations: using labour efforts, increasing workforce training, access to paid family leave, covering disabled employees' employment, and finally government intervention are among them. I will go over two of them now, both of which are government programs. The wage subsidy program that the government has implemented includes multiple levels. Employers and employees alike have profit from the wage subsidy programs. This is due to desire to continue supporting Malaysian business and workers. A rehabilitation package has also been developed by the government to assist workers who are needed. Meanwhile, thanks to the requirement incentive, training programs and support, many people have obtained positions in the industrial and wholesale industry, as well as in the retail trade. Many people have also been able to participate in the retraining and skill upgrading programs, which is targeted at helping job seekers, especially young people. Additionally, the government has established a facility financing scheme for private higher education institutions to assist Bumiputra Private High affected by the COVID-19 pandemic in covering their operating costs, staff wage, utilities, and other operating expenses. The second objective is to improve focused education. We can help them by expanding their knowledge, skills, and talents. They be more engaged to professional and productive at work as well.
Next, I want to tell about the value we get from our group discussion. First, high level force requirement can reduce the unemployment rate among the people. Second, a large level force can boost the country's economy. Third, the high demand for labor force can reduce the crime rate in the country because the population has dropped. The last point is the labor force plays a role in accelerating the current of the modernization of the country. Thank you.
So, the conclusion that we can make from the article is the labor force, also known as the economically active population, refer to the manpower currently available in this economy. It comprises people who are working and seeking work, either the employed or the unemployed. The labor force participant rate measures the proportion of working age population that engage actively in the market labor. Concept and definition used in labor force survey are based on the standard guidelines of International Labour Organization through manual on concept method, survey of economically active population, employment, unemployment, and underemployment, which is also used by other countries. Labor force survey cover both urban and rural areas of all states in Malaysia by using through personal interview method. The economic activity of population depends on the demographic characteristic of that population. These variations are measured by specific activity rates, termed as labor force participant rate. The labor force participation rate is defined as the ratio of the labor force to the working age population from 15 to 64 years as the percentage. The unemployment rate is the proportion of the unemployed population to the total population in the labor force. This rate measures the percentage of the unemployed population in the labor force. Other than that, seasonal adjustment. Seasonal adjustment can be derived by various methods, and the result may vary according to the procedure adopted. The approach used for seasonal adjustment in Malaysia is the seasonal adjustment for Malaysia, which is SEAM. SEAM is a procedure to remove moving holiday effect on the selected Malaysia economy time series data by introducing steps that can be used to overcome the limitation of the existing seasonal adjustment procedure. This seasonal adjusted rate will be revived when a complete 12-month time series for the particular year are obtained. So that's all. Thank you.